Hello fellow Stitchers, this is Vicky StitchNButton, and today's November 4th, it's Wednesday night, late, and this is number 68 on my Flosstube list. Let's see, in the past 2 weeks I got some stitching done. I could have done a little bit more, but this past weekend, apparently, I needed to rest and not do so much, and that's exactly what happened. I'm feeling better, got a little bit more energy, and now I play catch-up. Sometimes I feel like I'd rather play hurt than have to catch up and remember everything, but sometimes you got to do what you got to do, right? So let's get on to this. Today I actually got a package of new minders in that I was waiting for, and I'll show those at the end. I have a couple of things that I bought, and then I have stitching. No finishes. I need to get on that. I need to make myself, like, clear everything out, pull out my finishes, and do some actual FFOing. That's what I need to do. I finished all this stuff. Why is it sitting in a box? It could be somewhere. And if I don't want it, I could make it and give it away. Maybe that's what I should do. Oh my goodness. Epiphany right here, and you're watching it. Maybe I should start looking through some of my stuff, and I can make some Christmas presents. Of course, I only give this to people that I know would appreciate it. I'm not one to just hand out my stuff to anybody, and if I think that it's going to end up, you know, in the trash or at the thrift store from somebody, you can guarantee they won't get something. Actually, if it's somebody that would do that to something that I've made, you could probably guarantee they won't even get a Christmas card. So then there's that, right? Anyway, let's get on it. I started Native American Angel. Put her picture. I forget what side it puts it on, but it doesn't matter. It's there. And I had started that, showed you my little bit of progress in the last video, which was 2 weeks ago. And I made more progress. I ended up doing about 1,200 stitches or so. And I did get in the color that I needed. So I was able to get that burnt orange color in there. And almost finished filling out. Now, on the face here. By the way, this is done on Navajo Treasure. It's a 32 count even weave from Fortnite Fabrics. And that's one of my needle minders. And anyway, so I was stitching along, and I filled in the stuffs and the things, so I have a little bit more of this red line to finish here, and I just wanted to get this whole little area done, minus the back stitch that I haven't done yet. I'll probably back stitch as I go along. Well, when I did the face, they just sort of either put a symbol in there or didn't put one in, and I thought that definitely called for quarter stitches, so now you can actually see the little outline of her face, which I thought was cool. This is gray, there you go, gray and black in her hair. Gives it some depth. Actually makes it look more than just a black blob. So, I'm happy with what I got done, and I'm happy with the way it's looking. Still loving the colors. And I also found fabric that I'm going to make. It's Native American fabric that I'm going to make myself a project bag. Yes, you heard it here. I am actually going to make myself a project bag for it to go in. Right now she's in this one, but that's not really what she needs to be in. So I found one that's got feathers and Dreamcatcher and stuff like that. It's got this motif on. It's really cool. And I'll probably, if you keep your eye out when I do it, I think I have enough to make 4 bags. One of them would be mine, so I'll probably put the other 3 up in the group. So there's one thing done. What's next? Oh, I started Don Quixote, which is, I actually have the printed out thing, so less editing. This is a Picasso picture that I found at LA Geek on Etsy. I was able to download it. I'm trying to see. I'm pretty sure it's just LA Geek, all one word, on her Etsy. And I know I put the link in my last video, and I could put it in this one too. It's monochrome. It's supposed to go on white, black on white. Well, I didn't have a white piece for it. And so, and then I couldn't even find this picture, believe it or not. Here I had found a different fabric and I had kitted it. Didn't even realize I did so. But that's okay because I still went with the blue fabric. And this is how far I got. I forget how many stitches I ended up doing on this one. It went pretty quick for what I've done. This is, again, one of my needle minders. And the fabric I ended up putting it on was Picture This Plus. Wrote it down. Hang on. Hermosa. 32 count Picture This Plus Hermosa. Which I am loving the stitch. And I know I'm going to have a little bit of extra fabric. I started in the center, 3 inches from the top. I'll probably have some extra fabric. I could deal with that later. But it seems like it's a bit of a quick stitch. It's all black. It's not like I have to worry about what color I'm doing next, right? Just where I'm going next. So I've already finished his sword and his hand and his head. And I'm starting on his little neck piece here. And that is not a boob. Just in case you're wondering, that is not a boob. I had some comments. Not a boob. So this I started on the 25th of October. Actually, I lie. I started on 26th of October because I ran out of time. So it was supposed to be for Picasso's birthday. And am I using a hashtag on it? Hashtag Picasso sale. Easy enough to remember. So if you want to join in, feel free to join in. LA Geek has this Picasso, which is Don Quixote, and then they have another one called Imagine, which is the I know I need to get another bag. If I only knew somebody that made project bags. Imagine, it's got John Lennon. It's like a Picasso of John Lennon. It's pretty cool. All right, another one that I don't want to go with that I worked on. I don't want to do the one I started yet. Hang on. Oh, I'm having technical difficulties with my needle minders. That's what happens. All right. So my next one, and I will put a picture in here somewhere for you to see. This is my henna mandala. This one I'm really happy with. I haven't stitched on it in a while. I started it in February with my best friend, and we're doing the BFF sale, the hashtag BFF sale on this one. We happen to kit them in the same bag and everything. We're using a Silks for You, which I may have the number here. Number PRO67. It's a Silks for You, Hank. Really loving the colors. It's some like a brownish red, which is like true henna. And then I put it on this Georgia Peach, I think it's called, from Dixie Sampler, because it looks like tan skin. So that's how far I got. I ended up starting with frogging. I had to frog out some of this part and some of this part, put that back in, and then I went off this way. And I'm in the middle of actually frogging this out. I went up a little too far, so I just have to take down around here. I started taking some of it out. Just have to take down to around there and then redo that. But I made some good progress. Unfortunately, I talked to Gina the other day, and she made a mistake that was so bad, she said, screw it, she frogged it all, and she's starting it over again. So she's starting all over again, back to square one. Although she still loves it. And just stuff happens, stuff and things. Get some water. Yes, I have coffee too. Alright, so I started a couple of things because, you know, having like 45 whips, this isn't quite enough. I'm thinking about doing a whip parade. This is going to take forever. Alright, I started, what did I start next? Oh, yeah. On the 29th for my year starts, I ended up starting this Prairie Moon. I-31, Get Up and Run. I found this one on, I don't know, some website. saw it when Pam from Just Keep Stitching was stitching. I loved it. So I was able to get one. And it's the original kind. It's not the download that costs way too much. I won't pay it. I know people have mixed feelings about it. My feeling is I am not paying double for something that I have to print out. No, I don't want it that much then. Alright, try it again. I started this on the 29th for the year new starts. And I started in the top left corner. I got B-I-N and some of the border done. This is one of the newer needle minders, also available on my group. And this is stitched on 28 count Lugana Cauldron, and it's from PTP. Not bad, huh? I think it's going to look cute. I originally just pulled what I had that was close to the colors, and then decided when I was on the Garon Stitchery website, I was looking at some stuff, and I decided to order up the threads that were actually called for that I didn't have, and they actually came the day I started it. So they ship out quick. You know, Ronnie throws that stuff in the mailbox almost immediately afterwards, so I knew I'd get it quick. And that's that one. As usual, I have to put my stuff away. Same story every time. Gotta put my stuff away. The next one I started was on the 31st for Halloween. I did a Halloween start. I'm trying to think. I know I put it on Virtual Stitchers. I think I just called it like the Trick or Treat Start or something like that. I don't think there's a hashtag for it, but a few of us decided to start some stuff. I know Vicky Reading Stitching started one of the witches from Nora. I forget exactly which one. So, okay. Now the story with this, it's Trick or Treat from Nora Corbett. It's from the September 2008 Cross Stitch and Needlework magazine. So if you can locate one, that's where this chart will be. She's got a lot of browns, dark purples and browns to her. So I wanted to put her on this fabric that I got from J-Long. She had sent me some bluish purple fabric with silver spider webs on it from Fabric Flare. It was a 28 count, so I had cut it to what I thought I needed, and I ended up cutting it a little bit, so it would still fit. Problem is, I cut it so it was the darker purple section instead of the lighter blue section, which wasn't really that light anyway. I probably should have went with the blue section, because when I started stitching, I started putting a couple stitches of her hair in. You couldn't see it. And I knew that if I went on, she was just going to blend into the fabric, and it would just been like, oh, look, there's this fabric, and there might be something on it. And I'm not doing all that stitching for that. So, I picked that out, put that fabric away, got disappointed because I really wanted to use it. And then I had to go digging for another piece of fabric. I don't have any more. I know that you can contact Cindy Sorley, or you can just go to the group site and look through what they have. They have a couple of different colors of that fabric anyway. I just didn't want to wait to order a different color with that pattern on it. So I decided to use Monster Mash from Picture This Plus. I don't remember. Did I write it down? I have it. It's 32 count, yeah. So I used a 32 count. I ended up having to order the beads and Krynic. So I ended up getting that in a couple of days after I actually started it. And that means that I did not put the Krynic in her hair. Like, there's like a headband type thing that goes on here. But I got, I forget how many stitches in. I think it was like 250. I'm almost positive it was like 250 stitches, which is not a bad start. This, again, another needle minder that's on my group. And I'm liking her on the Monster Mash. Oh, that's another side note. Because I was going to do it on the fabric that had the spider webs and all the, I mean, it's metallic silver. I should have left the fabric out. Anyway, it's a metallic silver. I was going to omit the spider webs and beading from the bottom and just put the pumpkins down there, and I was going to put the moon at the top, and I was debating on the swirls or not. Well, now I'm going to have to put all that in, and I had already ordered the Krynic and the beads that I was going to need for the parts I was going to do, so now I'm going to have to put in an order for the stuff I didn't order. It's okay, everything's fine. It's not like I need it right this second. The Krynic that I need for in her hair and on her dress and everything, that is here, and that's what matters. I'll get it done. I'll get it ordered. It'll be alright. But there is the Trick or Treat Fairy, Nora Corbett. And like I said, that's a 2008 magazine. You may or may not be able to find one on eBay or something. Or maybe a friend can loan you an issue. Whatever. September 2008. I don't even think they make that magazine anymore. Is that even in production? Are they publishing that anymore? Not so sure. Alright, this is going to be a quick video because I don't have too much to show. I ended up finishing up my bags. Getting a lot of them were sold. Like, some of them were pre-sold, some sold right away. And then I put them on the group, and I think there's only like 10 left. And I'm going to start cutting out bags again. But I have some beading stuff I had to do, and that's part of what I got behind on. Because I didn't feel well at all. What? Ghost turd. We call these dusty things ghost turds, by the way. I've been attacked. Anyway, so I've been working on beading and getting these orders done and out. Anybody that's ordered from me knows that I usually try to ship out same day, next day, very close to the day. I don't like it hanging around. I like to get it done and dusted so I can move on. And this weekend didn't happen. I only have a couple more things to catch up on. And then I'm finally caught up. Debating on making some more beaded stuff before I put it away, but we'll see. And then I have more bags I'm going to cut out. I am going to do some more Christmas themed bags that I know went well and more people might have wanted. So, and then I have a couple of odds and ends, but I think I'm going to keep it a lower amount because 70 is a little bit much. So I'm thinking maybe 10 or 20 at the most, and then go from there. Get those done, get those out. That way I'm not stressing myself. All right, so I did a little bit of shopping. I have, of course, my monthlies. I have 2 monthly things that have not come in yet, but it's only the 4th, and they usually don't come in until later on in the month. One is my Fortnite fabrics, so obviously November didn't come yet, and my November fabric flare. I did stop my monthly for Victoria Motto sampler thread. I think I said that before. Not because there's anything wrong with it, it's just I had to choose, and I had a lot of their threads, and I still had, I can sub out for so many things, and I wanted to add the Fortnite fabrics. So I decided to lay off of that, and then if there's some packs that she has, I could just buy those as, money and time and want allows. But in the mail came my October fabric from Fortnite. Came a little bit later in the month. This one's a good neutral, and it's called Hedgehog. I'm going to show it in half. I get the fat quarter. And it's a 32 count even weave. It's a good brown. Almost like parchment-y type color. Let me show it. Because, if I had pulled out my board for it, you'd be able to see it a little bit better, too. Block their light. But, there you go. I think it's looking pretty good. I have not had a bad taste in my mouth for any of the fabrics that I've gotten from Christian and Derek so far. It does take a little while to get the monthly fabrics, but it got here, and, things have been crazy. Trying to get fabrics in is crazy. I'm sure life is crazy. So, I don't mind. I mean, I paid for it. I got it. Might not be right away I'm okay with that. If you're a little bit anal about that, then you might want to rethink it, but you should also probably rethink life. There's that. And sorry, not sorry. And I have a needle minder that says it. Okay, I also was perusing Etsy, and I love That's So Kelly. Now, I don't use the Bitsy Bobs. I have one. I bought one because I like to support. But it's not really my thing that I need in my wheelhouse for when I'm stitching. But there are uses for it. Like when I have just a few colors. I'm using mine for my One Nation. And it's cute. I love it. And I know that a lot of people are really happy with it. I am not knocking her at all. Love them. I love what she does. I love the design she comes up with. Well, I always look to see what she's got that's new, because she's been pumping out different things here and there, and it's not always a Bitsy Bob. And I went on her site, and she has designed some t-shirts. Well, she's got a design that she puts on t-shirts, bags, and some other things. And I was like, who doesn't need another t-shirt? So I bought this one. She has designed this. You order it. It says it could take 7 to 10 days. I think it might have been a week by the time I got it, and that's with shipping. It says, today's forecast, 100% chance of stitchy butt. It came in black, gray, and a navy blue. I chose navy blue. And I'm loving it. I haven't worn it yet. It's nice and soft, by the way. Let me see if you're worried about the Next Level Apparel is the brand. And it's soft. Pretty cool. It looks like it's a good size. So, that's what I got from her. Oh, and then just business. I am still waiting for more stuff to come in, but in the meantime, I have added a couple of pairs of scissors to the group. To the, it's StitchNButton, StitchNButton, on Facebook. That everything goes there first. I mean, yes, I have the Etsy, yes, I have the Instagram, but everything goes on the group first because it's a lot easier and it's I think it's a lot more user-friendly. So I put stork scissors. I got silver and gold tone, and then I added more of the gold-handled, smaller embroidery scissors. Where's my pair? Oh, well, I have a pair in one of my projects, but they're like this, but they're gold. I think I have more of these blue ones and pink ones, too, by the way. And then, on top of that, I got in needle minders today. So, there's 6 of them. Here is, I'm calling this, like, Silhouette Witch. I think she's pretty. And this one. My crystal ball says you're full of shit. I get that a lot when I look at people. This one is the Leaky Cauldron Pub and Inn. I thought that was cool. It looks like the sign from outside Leaky Cauldron. Harry Potter fans. Now, this next one, I had Golden Girls needle minders before. I sold a whole bunch of them, so when I need to order more, I couldn't find that one anyway. Decided to do a custom order for just a different style. Still says Stay Golden, and it's really not as fuzzy as what I'm seeing in the screen. I don't know if it's showing fuzzy for you, but it's really not. I don't know. Anyway, it's cute. They're there. I love it. And then this one, I had Sarah, my Stitching Kingdom, in mind when I bought this one. And her and I both love flamingos. And this one says Flamingo. A turquoise truck with a whole bunch of flamingos. And then this is one of my favorites so far. I survived the outage of 2020. So, these are all now available in the group first. And eventually, I'll put them elsewhere, maybe. And if you're interested, just go over to the group, join the group. Message me on Instagram if for some reason you can't get on Facebook or don't want to be on Facebook. Whatever the reason. And, I gotcha. I will be stitching. I think I'm going to stitch tonight. I think I'm going to stop the beading and do some stitching. I'm looking at all this beading stuff here, and I think I'm not feeling it tonight. I was watching Cowboys and Aliens, which is an old movie. I don't know if anybody's seen that before. And with Daniel Craig and Harrison Ford. And number 13. If anybody watches House, they know who number 13 is. Watching that before I started my video, and I finally was like, oh, you want to do a video sometime tonight, don't you? So, another thing to click to check off my list of things that are done. I'm thinking I might do these color street nails. I had bought some from a friend of mine that had a party. I got a set from Amy Taylor. She sent me a sample set. Trying to think of Creativity by Gidge. She is on Instagram. It's all one word, Creativity by Gidge, G-I-D-G-E. So I'm thinking I might actually put these on. When I got them in, it's crazy enough, when I got them, all my nails broke. So I was just waiting for them to grow out, and then things and stuff, and then things and stuff. And now I've had them sitting here for like a week and a half going, okay, I need to put these on. She sent me this really cool color. It's that sort of bluish purple, depending on which way you look at it. And it's got a name to it, and I totally forget what it's called. Oh, Northern Wonder. And I ordered some from a friend of mine that had a party because she was doing some kind of fundraiser. So I ordered some there and had gotten some for Haley, and she really liked them. So I figured I might as well try them. Can't hurt. All right. Obviously, today is the day after Election Day. We still don't have any definitive answers on who and what. I just want people to be civil. And, I mean, civil. Act accordingly, please. No violence, no wreckage, no damage. Don't. I mean, if you're mad, you're mad. If you're glad, you're glad. There's no reason. It's sportsmanship. I mean, we all teach our kids good sportsmanship. If you lose, it's not a great thing, but you need to learn how to be a good loser. You need to also need to be a good winner. No matter what side you're on, just be civil. That's all I ask. Again, I hope everyone is having a good day. Anxiety levels are slowly lowering, or quickly lowering would be great, but, you know, whatever you need to do your stitching, watch some cartoons if you have to, read a book, or whatever. Hey, message people, message your friends. Hey, how you doing? Let's talk about something else. Or you can message me. If I get a minute, I will definitely, message you back, okay? Civility is a big must right now. And I hope everyone's having a great day. Don't forget, don't let anyone steal your sunshine.